Hey researchers, this week we are going to be focusing in on RQ3. So still focusing on the Civil War, still thinking about your person, but now we're going to be looking at the institution of slavery. So our goal this week is to be able to explain your Civil War figure's direct or indirect relationship to slavery. So the FPO page we're going to be looking at, it is RQ3. Oh, there we go, went too far. You're going to be doing this first part as one lesson, one day of research, the second box as your next day of research. At the end, again, you're going to be submitting a Canvas quiz. So the questions in here for today, we've got, how did the institution of slavery affect the life of your person? Was the effect direct or indirect? What was your person's stance on slavery, and how do you know? Now, I do want you answering as many of these questions as you possibly can. But before I give you a sample, let's first focus in on this vocabulary, direct or indirect. So what is the difference between direct and indirect? Think of it as food service and food chains. Food places that are in direct competition would be two pizza places, such as Domino's or Papa John's. Direct competition would be places where you can get burgers and fries. McDonald's versus Burger King. Which one are you going to choose? They are directly related because it's the same thing. It is impacted immediately. Indirect competition when looking at the food service industry would be Papa John's versus McDonald's. Now you're not deciding who has the best burger and fries. You're deciding, do I want pizza or do I want chicken nuggets? The same goes with Domino's and Burger King, or Papa John's and Burger King, Domino's versus McDonald's. You're not deciding which has the best of something. You're deciding what you're in the mood for. So that would be indirect. Another way that you can think of it are rumors. Did you hear something directly from your friend? Or did you hear it indirectly that your friend Jane said this about John and John said this to Joe? Direct or indirect? So let's take a look here. I've got a reading passage. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you because, again, you are not researching Susan B. Anthony like I am. But what I'm going to show you is the information that I pulled out. So this is my full article here. And what I've done is highlighted some useful information. So related to the questions, the institution of slavery, direct, indirect, stance on slavery, all that stuff. So I highlighted many activists in the abolitionist and women's rights movements were Quakers. Their farmhouse became a meeting place for abolitionists. They served as an American anti-slavery society agent. This paragraph right now is huge for me because it's talking about how her home is where abolitionists met. Well, she's definitely anti-slavery. And then it says right here, she was an anti-slavery society agent. So that is awesome. So I'm thinking right now, her stance was definitely against slavery. It says when things were thrown at her, literally, when she overcome challenges, she did not quit. So she definitely persevered to support that stance. She was part of the Women's Loyal League, and there were petitions to outlaw slavery. Now, we do know she is, something indirectly I can get here, she is a Quaker. Quakers owned slaves. We do not know, however, if she owned a slave, but I do know that she was a Quaker. Let's see. So as we go in here and jot some notes down, I can say right now that she was indirectly affected by slavery because she lived in the North and was not a slave. So although we don't know if she actually had a slave or not that she had set free, right now she lived in the North. So that we know right now she does not own a slave. She's indirectly affected. However, when it comes to her stance, she wanted to abolish slavery. In 1856, these are the specifics now that we're adding. In 1856, she served as an American anti-slavery agent. That came right from the text. She wanted to outlaw slavery, came right from the text. She passed out leaflets, put up posters, and made speeches against slavery, right from the text. If you notice, I keep saying right from the text. That's what I'm putting into my note catcher here. I have been noticing as we submit some of our Canvas quizzes, we're not giving a lot of details. And I think as fifth graders at the end of the year, we can give more details than we've been providing. So don't settle for just enough. Try to become an expert in your research. Put as many details as you can. So today, RQ3, just focus on one box. Don't try to do too much too soon. I know some of us want to get our work done, but don't do too much too soon, because then you're rushing through it and it's not your highest quality work. So pace yourselves. Focus on this first part today and then watch tomorrow's video tomorrow. Can't wait to see what you do. Happy research.